The graduate recruitment programmes at UK Power Networks are extremely popular, so to give yourself the best chance of selection, it's important to take note of a few top tips.
Before submitting an application, you need to research the company fully. You want to be absolutely sure that the role you're applying for is something you genuinely want to do. If you're applying for the engineering graduate programme, you should find out what jobs are required to ensure the power and the lights stay on. If you're applying for the business or information systems graduate programmes, discover as much as you can about finance, communications and IT. Recruiters can easily identify those applicants who are serial appliers and haven't done their homework.
Most graduate recruiters receive hundreds, if not thousands, of applications for their programmes each year. It's vital to make sure your application stands out. Make sure your application really tells the recruiter something about you and why they should give you the opportunity to progress to the next stages of the selection process. Don't copy and paste information from a company's website to describe why you want to work for the company. Chances are we've already read the same thing a few hundred times already that same day.
Before submitting your final application, check for spelling, grammar and punctuation errors. They are simple things to correct, but stand out a mile if they aren't right.
We recognise that very few people enjoy completing aptitude assessments, but they are commonplace in most large companies' selection processes these days. If these tests do put you out of your comfort zone, give yourself the best opportunity to perform well by completing a number of practice assessments first. Also, ensure you're in a quiet environment where you won't be disturbed, and most importantly, relax.
As with online testing, online video interviewing is commonplace in a number of companies' selection processes today. The key thing to remember here is to prepare for this type of interview in exactly the same way as you would for a face-to-face meeting. This includes preparing answers to anticipated questions as well as dress code. Completing your video in shorts and t-shirts doesn't really give the best first impression.
Making sure you turn up to interviews prepared, on time and dressed appropriately is absolutely essential to starting the day on the right foot. Ensure you have planned your journey to the assessment centre in advance, as well as alternative routes, so that if something does go wrong on the day, you don't need to panic. Make sure you have all of the key contact numbers available, so that if you are going to be late, you can let someone know.
The main purpose of an assessment centre is, of course, to assess you. However, most organisations ask key people in the business to attend as assessors at this stage of the process. You know it can be nerve-wracking, but try your best during breaks or lunchtimes to take the opportunity to talk to them about their role in the business and what they expect from graduates in the organisation. This is likely to be your best opportunity to ask questions face-to-face with a member of staff working for the company.
In group exercises, it's all too easy to fall into the trap of being carried away by the group or talking over your peers in the hope you will stand out to the assessors. There is such a thing as the right balance. Employers are always looking for individuals who they can see are able to contribute their own ideas as well as consider and value the opinions of their peers and colleagues.
By this point, the final interview, you will have impressed the recruiters at more than one stage of the selection process, so now it's time to really show them your potential. This stage is commonly a much more in-depth interview, so be prepared for more challenging, technical or strategically based questions. In addition, be prepared to expand on such things as your CV and the answers you gave in your original application. Having a copy of each for the interview is even better, so you can refer to it if necessary.
Regardless of the outcome of your interview process, it is important to request feedback from an employer. If you are unsuccessful, you will have the opportunity to discuss areas of improvement to then work on ahead of future assessment centres or interviews. If you are successful, it is still important to understand whether the assessors identified any shortfalls so that you can ensure actions to improve certain skills or behaviours form part of your personal development plan once employed in the organisation.